I like how this nigga is the only fool with fucking with the girl character.
Hustle
Yeah, what
sold
happened to
out, nigga,
respect as in
retail and
Don's
wholesale.
meetings? Showing up as
My voice
cross-dresser
chat
and
was on
show kind of
approving
shit is
friends.
this?
My
Yeah,
bad.
Ace. What's up, Ciroc? Like, what's up with the girl character, nigga?
Yeah, that's what I
You
was about to
know,
say too.
you know, this used to be my TDM account. You know, I'm still ass, so don't make fun of me, Frankie. But yeah,
Do you still have your Do you still have your other
yeah,
Veranzano account
Master
or
Rock.
no?
Yeah, I still got it. The two guy characters. Yeah, I just gotta change the name back to Ciroc. But yeah, the name's like the
Yo,
OG Luca.
Tricino. It's Tricino talking.
Yeah, what?
Yo, where Don Tricino at, man? That was my boy. Where he at? He ain't still fucking with that bullshit ass MC shit, is he?
He's in SOA, California.
Well, hello, ladies.
Man, tell that nigga to stop
Mm.
bullshitting, man. Tell him to get back to this.
Sons of
I
Anarchy.
tried.
Oh,
I don't know what
Yeah,
this
for
meeting
real.
about is, so I'm not gonna stand over here.
Right. That Don Archangel, that was my dog.
Not everybody needs to be invited.
I'm bringing a rep in.
so we can have play.
Alright, well shit, let me bring my boy in and shit since we doing reps. I ain't finna be the only nigga out here.
Hold up,
finna
I'm
get
just
popped.
reading off. I'm just reading off the list of names that I can set up. Just give me a sec, please.
what you gonna throw grass
Alright.
in that motherfucker too?
Trying to get another.
No, I've got no issues with grass. I'm not gonna shoot grass though. Hey, Vetrano, wanna get set up, dude?
I was gonna say.
Oh my god.
I love it. I was like, I got homies on standby. Like, I ain't fixing to get
Yeah, it's funny. Alright, man, we gonna bring a couple more people in here, hopefully, and then we gonna get shit started. 'Cause I was really watching college football and eating chicken before this shit happened.
Yeah,
I'd like to get back to that.
Today, I'm
Chicken's
using
ass.
it right
I don't
now.
know how y'all eat that shit.
Hell no, I feel you, bro.
Chicken?
Hey, yo, Beretta, I
What,
need you to
bro?
clean my shoes.
Yo, Domino's, you wanna pay me to set up another family?
Yeah, Don Madrazo, you want to be respectful like every other Don is?
I'm gonna drop. Do you wanna suck dick or you already do it?
Hell no fun. Fuck these dons.
You know,
Half these families won't last.
Nah, Benny, why you gotta be salty,
Benny.
bro?
Yeah, why you
Why you
salty?
guys-
I was like, hey, I'm just being myself, man.
Nah, come on, I know you're nicer than that, nigga. You be chilling parts with me. And
No.
stuff, and you're nicer than- Nah.
I am not nice. Do not depict me as something I'm not.
Okay. He's lying.
Hey man, if I was nice, I wouldn't have been fucking your bitch last night.
Hey, bro,
Which one?
who is that, bro?
This is, nah, you got my respect for that one.
God damn, bro, you like hella close to your mic, bro. Can you like
Yeah,
back that bitch back a little bit?
Benny, quit eating your mic.
Yeah, like I haven't seen
It's a
Benny in
sensitive
minute.
mic.
Since my song was on
It's
GTA
not
4.
food.
My-
It's on the
No,
mic.
it's all good. No disrespect. That bitch just loud. And you feel me?
Nah, yeah, I'll move it away. Is that better?
Yeah.
A lot better.
Good, my bad.
Down a bit.
It's a sensitive mic. It's like one of those expensive turtle beaches. Like if someone made a fucking noise outside my ass, you'd hear it.
Yeah, you would catch it. Yeah.
He's not fart in my mic and hear it.
You ain't down.
So, someone shed some light. What's this meeting about?
Black community.
Man, shut up and just listen.
Just wait till it starts.
You the owner, man. I was finna say.
I don't know Veretta ain't talking to me like that.
Yeah, you know, you said.
Alright, I'll catch you in the Fremont door.
Hold on.
You can catch me too.
Let me take care of one. Let me
Not
take care
yet
of one
back.
thing real quick, and then we get this shit started.
Don't catch anyone if you're most boy, but
Where's James? James, where are you? I'm scared.
He's joining.
It was either James or Carmine I'm bringing. But Carmine was part of a
Why
car.
are there so many cross-dressers in this meeting? What the fuck is going on? This is supposed to be Don's meeting.
Hey, your name shouldn't be Mr. H. It should be Mrs. H, bro. Fucking just like a fucking female, bro. What
Can't
is this?
even fucking have simple respect for Dodge me. Showing up as fucking female characters.
Miss H, Valen, that's Don P's girl.
Oh, fuck.
Don P. Don P.
Yeah,
What?
Don P. Nicoletti stole Don H. Valens twice.
Damn. Nigga had a little dick thing.
That's what I'm saying, man. The keeper, like, he stole his bitch twice, like 2 different girls. He must have a small dick.
Xbox dating, bro. Like, what's up with all that shit, nigga? Like, niggas need.
I lost my
real
phone.
pussy.
Oh, it's in my pocket. Oh no, I did lose my phone. Oh no, it's there. Next to my fat ass spring can and stuff. Yeah.
Yo, let's go. Come on.
Let's get this shit started, man.
We got Frankie over here with the fucking like ski mask shit on. Come on, Frankie.
This
Take
shit
that
eats,
off.
my nigga.
Yeah, I know it does.
When niggas be shooting, like, I gotta eat, nigga.
I feel you.
Oh, Frankie, y'all coming back?
Nah, fuck Frankie's with Resist.
All right, hold on, everybody. Chill out. Hey, I'm gonna bring Mr. A. Graz on here because this was really mostly his idea. So he had really some shit to talk about. I'm bringing Don Valachi in this bitch too. 'Cause that's my nigga. So
Oh
yeah.
god.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm bullshit. No, I'm bullshit. No, I'm bullshit.
I was gonna say, I can set up this whole fucking thing right now.
He ain't gonna set up shit my way. He can set y'all niggas up. He ain't setting up
That's a little
shit my
awkward
way.
considering I stole like
You know,
3 minutes from you.
there's a little cord at the back of my Xbox. Just pull it out.
Yeah, it's a
Valachi
little
coming
cord
in
at the
here. I'm
back.
pulling out, bro.
Valachi on top.
Alright, let's go.
She talking about nigga, I rage quit. Try
You're
hard.
Valachi.
I'll do
Yo,
it
Valachi on
myself,
top.
my
Hey,
baby.
it's boy Lucky.
Valachi on top.
Can you move out James to this office, please?
Man,
Yo,
where
Carmelo.
where Leo at?
Yeah.
I kept trying to bring
Yo,
him
it's
in
your
here
boy
for a
Lucky.
minute.
How you doing?
Hey, if
Yeah,
I can get
you know,
Saint in this game, I'll get Saint. I'll just message him real quick.
Yeah, man,
Saint,
get some representatives for families in here. You feel me? You ain't gotta be like super down and shit.
I would join Vetrano if I didn't have you done. I miss Vetrano.
Besides,
Oh, Saint's in GTA 4.
Yo, Witty.
Hey,
I love
where's
the suit,
Scoletta
James.
at?
Yo,
They
Witty.
said they wanted to
I
come.
thought
Where
there
they
was
at?
some guns in there.
You're supposed to be bringing it.
Hey, they can come all day. Whoa.
About to search for it.
But he brings some what's it called? Bud last night. I think it was. I don't know, some new shit for that shit was good. Well, I didn't smoke it, but.
hey,
Yeah, nigga.
Matthews, I'm finna talk to my boy real quick. Oh, you took care of it. Don't worry about it.
something
You
else,
took care of it.
Like right there. And what's it called? My stomach was hurting. I ate what's it called? JP bombers like yesterday. That shit was good for me. Yeah, and then they were smoking, nigga, and then she came up to me and I couldn't, cause like I don't know, fool. Like my shit was just hurting. And fucking.
Hey, is Carmelo still up in this bitch?
Yo, hey, chill.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Alright,
Yo,
cool. I just want to make
people
sure
are
there's
discussing
Vetrano in here.
Yeah.
Ooh, don't kick me out the game now.
Alright, pick the time. No, I'm just kidding.
What's good? Y'all niggas good? Everybody quiet and shit? What y'all scared of each other?
Let's nominate the sexiest
Ain't scared
looking
nobody.
outfit here,
We the
guys.
ones.
Never been
Thanks,
in
Doc. Much
Hey,
respect,
honestly,
man.
real shit. Doc Leonetti, bro, your character look like a real person. Like, oh god, like you look like somebody who could be for real.
James, come over here.
You put
Much
work into
respect,
it.
Doc.
A real person or no?
And you suck.
Nah, y'all niggas not real.
Frankie, you perfect, boy.
Meet the lady, bro. Come sit in your chair, man. I wish I could have
You
sat in
bringing
this
Corleone
bitch.
to this meeting or what?
Yeah,
Why
go
not?
ahead. Come sit in this chair
Bring
and get the
everyone.
show house.
That nigga's that boy one of his niggas fucking fake waxing.
Yo, seriously, yo, kill that shit, man.
Yo, who's playing that, bro?
Yo, come on, man. You need to have some maturity, man. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Come on, we're done. Except for
Seriously,
Don
man.
Beretta, but you know.
We all voted to kick you
Wait,
out
it
the
wasn't
game.
even me.
Like,
Naruto's
What?
like,
It was
Wasn't it?
for
Wasn't even me. Someone said Don Madrazo, but wasn't even
Hey,
me.
if it's some small ass
I don't
family
listen to
around
it.
here doing some bullshit like playing music, you gonna get your weak ass kicked out, and then I'ma fucking leave the game and come whack your ass.
Yeah, for real.
Can I help?
Hell yeah, you
I'll
can
come
help.
get you. We'll pull a
We'll
community
get all our
seat.
members and we'll just do like a
We'll pull a
4-man
community
drive-by.
seat. We'll pull a community seat. You should come get y'all.
God.
Right, that's how I feel about the
Yeah.
bullshit ass music.
Oh, James, new whack idea. New whack idea. Let's get it. New whack idea. Fucking sick. I still want to whack people on fucking on a fucking Sanchez with a guy in the back.
You gotta catch a bullet to your head.
Be like Don S. Medici getting whacked as
Hey,
a
if
cross
any
dresser
other
after a
families
meeting.
have to come, invite everyone. Let everyone come.
Okay, so what dons aren't here? Because I can probably help invite them.
My Don.
Man, we need to get this shit started, man. This shit was supposed to happen like 30 minutes ago. Like, we need to get this ball rolling. They're gonna keep waiting on people to get here.
If you didn't come, then fuck it.
Hey, everybody just be patient. We finna start. I'm waiting
Yeah,
for the
start
nigga to
coming.
actually have some shit to talk about. Yeah, he joining. I mean, shit, we can start this shit if y'all niggas have something to talk about. I mean,
I guess
Wait till everyone's here.
What's up with these rules with these new planes and shit? Bro.
Alright, I'm out. We're talking about the new update. God damn.
Alright, bro,
I
we'll
said
see.
we were talking about the new update.
Hey, look, Madrazo, real shit, and I'ma say it. Don't nobody else gotta say it. Look, you know you wanted to come. Don't act like you wanted to leave. If you gonna leave, leave. If not, then
No, I
sit
don't
down
know.
and chill.
Actually, I came for a good laugh. Man, I came for a good laugh.
All right, cool. Then chill out, my baby. You all good. We gonna talk about some shit.
Alright, daddy.
Yeah, baby. I love it.
It's in the apartment.
Okay, but we already know what's banned and what's not going to be banned.
It's not. This means not about rules. This
A
rules
lot of
not.
this shit is self-explanatory.
About rules. This doesn't.
Yeah, and this.
Well, not
That
necessarily.
ain't the
I
only thing that's gonna
mean,
be talked about.
yeah.
Just
but
chill
we-
out. Everyone will get a word. Everybody will get the. Second.
Let me go
Yeah,
first.
everyone's got. Everyone. I mean, I'm thinking like
Everyone-
every family's got something else to
All right,
bring
so
up.
everyone will get a say.
Counterclockwise or clockwise around the table?
We're all in here. We're all gonna work together.
We're all professionals.
Yeah, there's like
Somewhat.
14,
Really?
fam-
So
13,
I'm looking at the
14
few
families.
cross dresses.
Yeah, no shit.
Hey,
I'm looking at a fucking clown over there. Mr. H. Nicoletti, look at that. It's like a female version of a fucking clown.
He gets bullied.
Yo, Ben, shut up, seriously.
How's everyone doing?
Yo, H, chill, man, chill. It's all Don's meeting. Chill with that. You're
Hey,
bad.
Versace's in here.
All right.
No, I'm in the game. I ain't getting hit off.
Yeah.
For
no,
reasons.
no,
All right. Let's just get this. Let's just gonna make this nice and sweet.
Look,
I thought maybe we needed one of these.
watch it, guys.
For the most part of this community in the last couple of weeks, I just came back recently. Tell you because you guys been around a little bit longer than I have in the last 2 years. All right.
Who's
It's
talking?
on 360 for the most of you guys know that. But I'm not here to host. I'm running this. This is all of us. This is our community. We're all trying to take care. I just wanted to be the one to kind of get things going, get organized.
Mr.
Mike's cutting in and
Mr.
out.
Mike.
All right, let me fix it.
Yo, and
Yeah, I didn't know
Anthony,
who
if you
was
don't
talking,
mind,
it
come
was
sit
like
down
a
in this front seat if you can. If Nicholas
How's this?
don't mind.
Better? Is that better? This is better?
Yeah.
Yes, no. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's better.
So the reason why Vetrano and I thought this was needed is due to the fact that, you know, everyone's kind of following the same rules, the basic rules, but everyone's fighting on what's allowed, what's not allowed. We're not gonna get into that, like I said, that shit will never change. Commissions make their own rules. That there's nothing we can do about that. All right. But for the most part, this meeting is about, you know, no one has done these. No one's really consistently doing Don meetings. No one's posting on the club chats. Everyone wants just art. All right. So we're gonna first things first. We're gonna vote on what? Go.
Why are we voting on things?
We're not voting. What do you mean? What do you want to do? You want one person to say?
No, continue. Like you said, we're gonna vote on, and you stopped.
The hangar. The new update. That's all.
Sure.
What? Cause like I said, we got that new plane that drops bombs.
That
You
stuff's
got that.
self-explanatory. You see, like Al Capone and John
It should
Gotti
all
flying
be
around that stick
banned.
dropping
It's
carpet bombs.
self-explanatory. Like,
Thank
for
you.
real.
Alright.
You just want.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna whack everybody with like half of them. Is everyone cool with that?
Well, I mean, what about the gas? Because I mean, that's not necessarily an explosive.
What?
You
Why don't
don't.
we
You
just
didn't
go-
see mafias back then. Fucking dropping carpet bombs out.
Hold on.
Why don't we
hold on.
all,
tear gas
everyone,
bombs.
one at a time? One at a
Hold on,
time.
cut that bullshit off. What is that bullshit
Yeah,
ass
who's doing
doing?
that?
Music
Cut that
like
bullshit
now.
off.
I think it's Mike.
Yeah, seriously, stop.
Hey, cut that bullshit off. That shit not even no real shit. Cut that bullshit off.
Yeah, Frank Highland Hitler or some shit.
That wasn't
Alright,
Yeah,
go ahead.
There's no reason for anybody talking over each other. All right, so we're gonna go around the room. We're all talk about this update. All right. First, we'll go with Donnie Nicoletti.
And the planes, but like have like take the guns off of them because you could take them off.
Yes, you can. All right.
Yeah, so flying without guns.
Trying to see who's next to you. Mr. Frank.
Like I said, a lot of stuff self-explanatory, man. You didn't see mafias running around the 70s and fucking airplanes doing shit. They did mafia work on the ground.
You're absolutely right.
And people on ground.
This
I know
game is
people
what's
gonna fly this
basically.
shit and stuff like that, but people gotta know what's role play and what's not role play. People gotta know to be mature about shit and stop being children about bullshit. Like seriously.
All right. Frankie Verrazano.
Well, I mean, I'm
He's
considered
over
nigga. Yeah, Don.
What?
Don Rizuchi.
He's
like,
considered
He's the consig for Rizici. Okay, so sorry about that. Don Mike, go ahead.
I mean, I agree with everything Frank said. Like, yeah, the whole thing is self-explanatory. Like, you should know what to use, what to use. Yeah, like, it's clear. Like,
You would
there's
think that,
no
right?
regulation, you know.
All right.
I mean,
Who's
you would
next
think
to
that,
you?
but
I
do have
got
some
bombed
something
by multiple
that, but, like,
planes already.
that's
with the new
my
update.
opinion.
All right, who's next
How
to
you
you?
dealing with children?
Don Veretta.
Yeah, I don't think we should use planes. I think we should ban the whole plane thing. I don't
Well, all right. That's one person already against the whole planes. Continually using planes. All right, who's next to you?
Gambino. Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
don't got a problem with the plane so long as you don't use the weapons and shit on them, and that goes for helicopters too.
Yeah, helicopters.
well,
There's only that's the only way you get on the buildings and stuff like that. So, unfortunately, you have to use a helicopter to get onto the building. If you want to use a plane, that's cool too. Yes.
Rockstello said skip him.
What's up?
Stello said skip him.
All right, who's next?
Fucking
I can't see.
It's Gambino.
Okay. Gambino already went.
No,
Down south.
Don
Tracy
Sal.
here for
Strassi.
I like the handles.
Yeah.
Some planes, but as long as you don't use the guns.
You want to speak up a little bit? I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
As long as you don't use the guns on the planes, then it should be fine.
Okay. Stella. Oh, so Stella's getting skipped. Okay. Frigante. Mikey.
Fuck's sake.
All right, next. We ain't finna keep doing this. Next. Who next?
Who's right next to him?
Doc.
Oh, Oh, that's my dog over there who look like a real person. Go ahead, G.
I think they should definitely use planes for transport. Just get the fucking guns off and people trying to whack you in them.
Okay. And then we got Damadraza.
Okay, for starters, is this really necessary? But alright. As someone said, you could take the guns off the planes, so the planes should still be able to use, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But as for the hangar, what if the hangar's in the military base? Some people can't get into the military base. It's a huge. So I think we should ban the hangar for people going back to the hangar, like for assassination, if it's in the military base.
You know what? We'll go over that in a second too, because we're just talking about the planes, but the hangars are a good issue to talk about. And then we got Strozzi as well. Strozzi already went. All right. So for the most part, everyone's okay with the planes. Just don't use the guns on them. For the hangars, in my personal opinion, like I said, the military base, yes, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. You can use the ones that's in the airport. I think there's one in the regular Los Santos airport, and then there's another one, and it's just a military base, right?
There's 2 in Los Santos.
Yeah, so it's a military base and just the basic one. If you want to go back for assassinations, go to the one. You can't be going to the military base. For the most part. Like, yeah.
May I say something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now I have the one in the military base. Now I always spawn. What would it be if I spawned in there, went to get an assassination, but drove home to a different area?
I don't see a problem with that.
It should be an issue.
Why would that be an issue if you spawn there?
Yo. Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure nobody's gonna go near the military base.
Like I said, you should not be able to go back to your hangar for an assassination. That's all.
No hangers.
No hangers at all.
All right, we'll go around the room. That's all. All right, Nicoletti, you're up.
Like Damadrazo said, I think the ones like the hangar, I don't think you should be able to go to it like reclaim a whack. I think you should be able to like use it as a house, I guess, like chilling and stuff. But the military base, I don't think that should be allowed whatsoever. Because think about it, we're a mafia. We don't go into a military base just to do stuff. So.
All right, so that's one vote against. All right, Frank Matthews.
Yeah. We're still talking about hangars.
Yeah, the hangars. Ban it or no? For going back to assassination.
Why are we talking about banning stuff already? Like I said, this stuff is
you're
really
talking about the
self-explanatory,
update.
man.
You're talking about the update. Everyone's allowed to have a say in this meeting, Frank. Just go with it, or you can just go.
But hangars going back to the military base is just retarded.
Okay, so we got one. We got your vote. All right, Razici, you're next.
Yeah.
No hangers. Oh, okay. Next to you, I can't see the names.
Who's
Veretta.
What? We're talking about hangers, right?
Yeah, the hanger. Ban it or no?
Okay, well,
For going back for assassination.
Department back for assassinations, because I don't think.
Okay. Gambino.
I don't think we should use them at all. Especially in the fucking military base.
Absolutely. Okay. Who's behind you? Vetrano. Carmelo.
I don't think we shouldn't be able to. Military.
Can't hear you.
I don't know.
Hey, what's your chest?
Hey, you gotta speak up a little bit, Carmelo.
Alright. I don't think you should be able to. It's kind of OP. And if you, I don't think I was sure about the plane thing, but if you buy the plane from war stock, then I don't think you should be able to fly them.
Okay. Who's next to you? Strozzi?
Yeah.
Don't think we should use the hands.
Easy enough. Okay, and who's next to you? Stello. He's still not here. Oh, he is here. You got anything to say, Stello, or you want to be passed on?
He's a little shy.
If you're not gonna open your mouth, why are you here, man? Like seriously.
So he can learn the new rules. He's shy. He's a one-man crime.
Fuck you mean? You're shy. You can't be an being shy.
Hey, easy. Yeah. Easy with that. All right, we'll skip some. That's no biggie.
Yo, can I get a fucking invite to the fucking?
Who needs the invite?
Versace.
Yeah, someone slave Mr. Leo Versace in here.
Yeah, I did. I invited him to
Alright,
come.
Fragante, your vote.
I don't think they should be allowed.
What's up? Say that again. I'm sorry.
I don't think they should be allowed.
Okay. Easy enough. And then who is next to you? That is. Oh, Leonetti. Okay, go ahead.
Touchy subject. Definitely not used for assassination, but I don't see a problem with spawning in it as long as you run back to a normal apartment or your office or some shit.
Yep. And then we got Madrazas. We know Madrazas. And Stratzis, we already got you, right?
Never mind.
Yep. Alright, so just don't go back for assassinations on them. That's all. Just go. If you spawn it, you get out of it. You assassinate someone, you go back to your apartment or your CEO or house, whatever you have. Easy enough. I heard there's gonna be another update for cars for this, so that's just not even. You can't do anything about that now.
There's added military planes and shit. It's the same shit.
What's up? Spawning into the military base? Is that what you're talking about?
Spawn in your hangar, go to your airplane, then go kill the person, come back to apartment, right?
Yes, that is it. So I recommend you just get out of that military base and you spawn your car. Don't try, because I don't know how you're gonna pull that off. So,
well, you could take the plane and fly it over the city, parachute, then call your car in, because I don't want to drive from the military base to fucking city, to the city. Shit's gonna take forever.
Don't use it.
Actually, it's Cecina. Rosario, are you here? Oh my god, I didn't even see you. I'm so sorry.
I'm just typing in the chat, I'm live streaming it.
So sorry. You heard through the.
Watching your live stream.
Yes. So please give us your vote, Rosario. I'm so sorry. We already got the vote in, but I mean.
The military base ones really. I mean, I just like the one at the LS airports. The LS airport would be the better idea I'm doing. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Like I said, if you can use like the planes and the helicopters, like you would use a buzzer with a gun. You don't use the guns. You can fly to where you need to go. That's all right. That's just a basic, like Frank Matthews says. If you know, if it's not role play, don't do it. But like I said, we are in a GTA game with a bunch of crap that would not be realistic in real life. So, but you kind of gotta adapt to the game. So for the most part, that's it. Next thing is we're gonna go around the room and talk about everyone's concerns with this community. Like I said, it's not voting. We all have to take care of this community as a whole. I know everyone's got to drop their beats with each other in this room. Some people in here do not like each other. Like I said, this is a neutral room. There's no fighting. We're all here to speak our opinions. This is our community. It's not one person's community. All of us in here has a piece of this community. No one runs it.
No one.
All right. So we're gonna go around the room. If you don't have anything to say, you can just pass. No biggie. All right. So we'll start with Donnie Nicoletti.
My concerns are there's the council, and then there's like a different. If they're gonna do that, then like my understanding is that the council's gonna have a different set of rules than normal people. That's my concern, because if they have a different set of rules, then what's the point of going to whack a different family that's in the council? When you go to whack them, they have a different set of rules, so like they're not following your rules. So
I'm gonna address that very quickly. The only thing with that council is, let's say somebody leaves from that council. They're not going to follow that rules of the council. The council really is, it's like I talked about when I first joined this game. Commissions have their own little rules. Everyone has, it's always been like that. Everyone tweaks it a little bit to their advantage. Council's just a big giant commission.
When did the council... Yeah, but when did the...
What? Yeah, wait. Yeah, finish up, Nicoletti, sorry.
And that's pretty much it, actually.
Council right now is kind of just a big commission. Yeah, go ahead, Madraza.
The council basically not option.
Now you just said that the council is one big commission, but when did that commission, quote unquote commission, decide who's not in the mafia community and who is? Who's blacklisted and who isn't?
Can't do that.
Why have they done that? They did that to myself and Rosici.
Everyone, easy.
Easy. Let me say something.
Go ahead.
The council, this is from the loose for themselves. The council's not like mission. It's basically another community. Literally, they've literally put themselves off this community, totally different rules, don't want nothing to do with us, and they want to blacklist us. The families, we're basically all the families that have been blacklisted by the council. Whatever's left, I'm blacklist families in their eyes.
In my opinion, I think we should just ban every family that wants to follow council rules, blacklist them.
I'm just gonna say something real quick before we. No. We're just gonna go over. We're just gonna skip this because this is a touchy subject. They can do what they want to do. If they want to be out of the community, that's their decision. We're not here to control people. They want to go do their own thing. They're not part of what we do. Okay.
But here's the thing.
How are we gonna?
They want to get
rid
of us.
Prove to them we're not part of it though. How are we gonna prove to them that they're not a part of our community?
Because they can just.
Let me say something real quick.
Everyone, easy, one at a time.
How are they gonna still think we're in the community?
Deluso can go do their own thing. You can't blacklist. Nobody's blacklisted from a community. You can't blacklist someone because they're gonna still be around. What is a blacklist gonna really do for you? There's not gonna.
You want to know what it did for me?
Nothing. It did nothing.
Everyone, hold up. Wrong. It did a lot for me. When we got blacklisted, we were at 50 members. We're now at 90. Us getting blacklisted was the best thing that's ever happened to my family.
Alright, well, okay, so it doesn't blacklist at the end of the day. I understand that, but at the end of the day, a blacklist doesn't mean anything. So we're gonna move on from that touchy council subject. Because, like I said, they don't want to be a part of us. They don't want to be a part of us.
How are we gonna move on from it when we didn't even figure nothing out?
What do you want to do about it?
The only way you can, like, the whole fucking blacklist shit is stupid in my opinion.
How are we gonna...
Blacklisting has never worked in the past, so what makes you think it's going to work now?
Yeah, the only way you can take care of a family is by shutting that shit down, bro.
And we can't just go tell them to shut down.
I can shut down Deluso. That shit's gonna be easy.
Alright, listen, we're not here to talk about
discuss whether or not we're shutting down a family.
Yeah. We're here to talk about the community. If Deluso doesn't want to be a part of this whole community thing, they can go do what they want to do. But at the moment, they didn't show up to this meeting. So obviously they didn't really, give a shit really about what we do. They didn't really give a shit. So like I said, let Deluso have his council thing. Sooner or later, like I said, every commission tweaks their own rules. That's the reason we're not going to discuss rules. I understand it's not a commission, but they're acting like it is. They're following their own rules. They're all a group of families. We're going to treat them like a commission. If that's how they want to do it, that's how they want to do it. We're not here to talk about rules and what it's about assessing. It is split in half, but there's nothing we can do until everybody. You can't do anything. Everybody wants to be a part of something. It is split in half. You just got to keep moving forward and just hope for the best. You got to ignore it. You just can't do anything about it. So we're going to move on from that. So Frank Matthews, you can bring up some stuff. You have anything you want to bring up?
Everybody wants to talk about fixing this place, but yeah, I understand new families want to rise and stuff, but new families need to be brought in right. You know what I mean? Like, you have all these problems we have because you got all these people coming in here wanting to say so's and this and say so's and that, and they haven't been around for any type of time at all. People say blessings don't matter and shit like that. You bring blessings back and you don't have to worry about these one-man crews running around saying they're this and that and all this other bullshit. But the problem is you don't see too many older families around wanting to deal with any of these families because there's too much bullshit going on with people in their immaturity. Trust me, I don't feel like wasting my time on a lot of this shit either. But I'm here because there's still hope for this place. But you got to fix it by doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I see things. Like, people talk all this stuff about wanting to bring up hierarchies and stuff like that. Hierarchies always fail. You got people like Scaletta running around saying, well, we need to bring back hierarchies when he was the original reason why the first hierarchy failed. After somebody else bought him in, he decided to shoot them. A lot of people don't know about history that's going on in this community, and they just show up and they say, oh, let's fix this, let's fix that. But they don't even know the right steps to take to fix this shit. All they're gonna do is sit around and talk. You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right. Like I said, if you can't fix this, you can't fix this in a day. This is gonna take a very long time to rebuild, fix what the problems are. It's kind of just, you gotta keep going, keep moving forward, Gotta keep doing. You gotta keep doing what everyone's been used to do when they used to do it on GTA 4. We're not here to make rules.
Starts by people fixing their own families first. And if you don't have
You're
a
right.
family that's about anything, then how are you gonna try to be a part of something that's supposed to be fixing something?
You're absolutely right.
I mean, like I can name a few people in here that probably have 3 or 4 fucking members that, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna get into all that bullshit. But you got people like that just pop up and say, "Oh, I'm dying," and then they want to have a say so and this and that, and they go around doing little bitty fuck shit, you know, immature shit, and then they say that they want to turn around and help fix this place when they pretty much epitomize. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Next Gen really did make this community take a turn for the worse. It really did. But for the most part, there's not much we can really control from this day. Today, there's nothing we really control, but we keep doing what we're doing. We have the basic rules down. Everyone knows the basics. They don't need to be so complicated. That was the big issue with fucking rules in this community. That everyone wants to make them so complicated, so people start bending the rules to their advantage. They change the rules once a whack. Like what Gio used to do when he gets whacked, he bans something wherever whacked him. We're not doing that. Yeah, we're not doing that. So we're gonna it's just. Yeah, we don't need another Geo, and we don't have Geo. So, like I said, we're all maturing here. We're all adults. We all. I hopefully would like to think everyone in here can.
Not everyone's mature.
Not
every.
For the most part, everyone's very mature, very quiet, respectful.
There's a lot of immaturity going on around in these chats.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right.
Don's chat.
You're absolutely right.
Like I said, you stop letting these people show their faces. I understand that families want to come into the community and be, but you know what I mean. Not just saying this and that and shit. Oh, I'm family. Fuck all that. You know what I mean? Like it's just for the birds. That's how you get all these immature kids, 14 and 15 years old, saying they're dying, and then you got 16 or 17, if that many, maybe 6 or 7 kids following in their footsteps, acting just like them. It's childish.
You're right.
It's very childish.
Right about that.
And in 2013, there weren't Dons running around with these squeaking ass. Not too many squeakers here. Like in these meetings, they were questioned before they were brought into these meetings about where they came from, this and that. They had a series of questions that they had to answer before they could just step foot in a meeting. You know what I mean? Like seriously. I understand times has changed, but
times have changed. You're absolutely right. Times have changed, and like I said, the community has changed a shit ton from what I remember after I left.
How do we make it relevant again?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No,
you
go
the
ahead.
Families that were here before you have some respect for this. So the families that were here before you can respect. First of all, you know what I'm saying? Make them want to feel like this, some kind of hope in this community, even want to be around this shit. You see what I'm saying? Like. I understand a lot of people don't like families that were here before them, but they were the people that were here before you that set this shit up. You know what I mean? A lot of people got a lot of bad stuff to say about all these other families and families doing this and just doing that, but you got to understand the content of the nature of what's going on in this community. A lot of older families do not give a fuck simply because of the immaturity that's going around this place.
Yeah. Absolutely right. So you got your opinions out there. Anyone want to question on that?
Like I said, blessing, power, authority is a very touchy subject. You know what I'm saying? You get people diss back and start up all these families and all this other bullshit like that and say, "Oh, I can bless this and that." You know, like I said, you shut down. You give up a lot of your fucking shit.
I want to invite Vinny to the apartment.
And
when it's my turn, I would like to talk about the blessing.
Absolutely.
I agree with what Frank is saying.
Blessings, the thing is, it is a touchy subject, but the reason why it's a touchy subject is you're going to talk about who can do blessings. But we're not going to talk about that at this very moment. We're going to move on to the next person. And that is, I keep forgetting the names. I should already know by now. Mike Rosici. Go ahead. Mike,
really, I just wanted to talk about blessings and how we're gonna make this community like it was in 2013 when it started in GFI.
I really would like to go back to the way it was on 13. It was a great time on 13. The community was running great. We had great amount of families. It was just a lot more, you know, everyone's a lot more proactive and they actually care about the community. Nowadays, it's just a big, excuse my language, a clusterfuck. It really is a clusterfuck nowadays. But like I said, the blessings are a very touchy subject, and the problem is with the whole blessing situation is who can bless, and that's the problem. Who is blessed and who can bless?
No, I don't even care about bless. The whole thing is, you weren't considered a family. You were 2013. You were considered a family until you had a amount of gamer changes. No one shot you. When people go, they fucking leave the game. So you didn't have enough. If you weren't blessed, like you were irrelevant to the community if you weren't blessed.
See, the problem with that is now, I'm sorry, excuse me. The problem with that is everybody wants a quick assassination.
That's not.
That's the case now.
Stop this. Stop from just starting up.
You know how?
Yo, can Gambino say something?
It's just like how people say the blacklist don't work. You know what I'm saying? You want to cut somebody out, you don't say you're out and then turn around and shoot them. You don't start shooting these people that call themselves this and that because you make them feel accepted by shooting them.
I was trying to say earlier.
You ignore these people. You make them be outcasts. If they want like the whole thing with the council. These guys want to do their own thing. Let them be fucking outcasts. Ignore them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Don't ignore them. There's people.
Check your mic.
Don't want to go with that. And
your mic's coming in and out.
Sorry to say this. Donnie Nicoletti, can you invite Don Arco in here?
I think Ghost should come back to say.
Can Gambino say something about the blessing?
We're gonna move on to we're gonna go in order. We're gonna keep the order in line. Who's next?
Donnie Nicoletti will be right back.
Nah, basically, I was just saying we need to make together to make these families irrelevant. Quit shooting, like agree on this. Like part of the until they have a amount of people.
Mike, your mic is really bad right now.
They should be a part of our thing.
Mike, your mic is really bad right now, so we're gonna come back to you. Try and fix your mic in the meantime. You will get your say again on that though. But we'll go to the next with Don Veretta. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I think we should. I'm just gonna skip right now, but once the blessing discussion is on, I'll come back.
Okay.
Why?
Gambino.
Oh, go ahead. Never mind. No,
okay. Well, personally, I don't have a problem with the blessing and shit. But like you said, it's who can bless, and if that let's say a family can bless, and the person and another like little small family goes up to that person. If you got beef with them, you gotta put that shit aside. You know, give them the benefit of the doubt, or at least question them about it before, and not just use your blessing ability to whack them.
You know what? And that's a very good point. Like I said, I'm sure. Like I said, you're gonna have to. The first step in doing anything with a blessing and anything like that, you need to find the right people who can work with each other, non-biasness, can be the ones who bless. Those people are the ones that need to be able to, put their problems aside and talk about these new families. Because as a group, you should be putting these blessings through. Not just one individual family can go bless everybody. No, that's not how that should work. It's pretty.
It should be
the way it used to work, and back in the day with like the 5 families in New York. Those are the 5 guys who pretty much gave you the permission to kind of run things in in that certain area. Those are the guys you wanted to go to if you wanted to become relevant with your little crew back then. You weren't a crime family at first. You started as a crew, so you got to mean like that. So like I said, it's just you got to find that first group of people. Like I said, I would be the first person you want to put up there. To be the one who can bless. He's been around the longest out of anyone here. But I'm gonna let Gambino finish what he was saying, alright?
Well, that was really all I wanted to get across. Because if you can bless, don't be a dick and, whack the person because you don't like him.
If I could,
well, that's their own fault for getting set up. I mean, you can't just fucking say somebody shouldn't be doing shit.
Well, you can't just bully another family trying to make it.
Wait. Whoever's trying to talk, just give it a sec. Who wanted to talk about it? Who wanted to
If you're a small family, you shouldn't be trying to look for a blessing. Years ago, you had to have at least 20 gamer tag changes to be looking to be getting blessed.
Okay, that's what okay.
So if you're a small
Like,
family
gamer tag
and you're
games
going
used to.
around looking for a blessing and you get set up, that should be on you. You shouldn't be a small family looking for a blessing.
Well, you said for a blessing ceremony, there should be no setups for that. If it's either
Yeah,
you
there
get
should be no
they'll tell you
Point that I was
easy.
That's not the point that I was getting
Yeah, but
across.
yeah, I know, but we're just gonna move on to that. We're not gonna talk about that. Who wanted to talk next? Who was trying to?
Freedom.
Rita, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, if you do try to get blessed by some families, most of the time they set you up or just take advantage, or so it's pretty hard to get blessed once you do have the certain amount of numbers that you do need.
No, you're absolutely right. Like I said, that small group of people I was talking about earlier that can bless, those people have to be the ones that work with each other. Then when you say, let's say Veretta, I'm just going to use Veretta as an example. You just started up, and then you work off to get those 20 GTs. If you try before that and you try to get blessed, they'll just tell you no, you're not ready yet. You're not ready. So invite Carmelo Gigante, or not Gigante, Vetrano back in here, please. But like I said, you can't. They'll just tell you no, you can't get blessed yet. There's the requirements, and then when you have proof of those requirements, then you can start getting the process of getting blessed. But we're gonna move on from that conversation, and we'll go back to it in a little bit. Who's next? Strozzi, right? Is that next?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
I believe assassinations should mean a bit more, because when you get assassinated, it doesn't really affect you anyway.
Say that a little louder. I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Assassinations should like matter a bit more. It just humiliates you. It doesn't affect you in any way.
You know what? Assassinations are always good the way they are. People are just those are never going to change. Those are just that's just part of the community. That's what gives the people the drive for this community. Assassinations are a big part. If you can, it's personally the way you take them. You can take them as like a big accomplishment, or you can just take them as like you just got whacked. Who cares? That's just the way it is. It's just the way people opinionate on them. There's nothing really you can do about it or change them. But it's just they're probably going to stay the same. You have anything else you want to add, though?
No, I don't.
Alright. Don Arco, since you just came in, we'll give you a chance to speak. Or you've been here, whenever. Okay. We're probably not going to let you... Don Arco. Yeah, our Forte, you there? That's good. Oh yeah, so do you have anything you want to say?
Anyone can take my chair. Thank you for the meeting. I'll see you guys later.
Have a good night, Veretta.
Bye. Bye, ho. Speak up.
Yeah, you gotta speak up. Forte, you gotta speak up, dude.
Okay, can we continue this? He's not speaking.
Alright, well, is Carmelo Vetrano back in here? Because we didn't want to skip Vetrano in this meeting.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm in my apartment right now.
Alright, well, for the time being until Nicoletti can invite you back in, you can speak up, though.
Alright.
Yep.
I'm just gonna talk about the whole blessing thing. Right now, I'm pretty sure there's just a few families that can bless, and a lot of them are either inactive, either inactive. But I feel like when you start up a family, one of the main things you're looking forward to is being blessed, because once you are blessed, you're considered a family. So like, if we bring blessings back, it seems like, whoever's blessed is a family and either know how to run the family and they're doing good for themselves. And I feel like if people don't want to follow the right rules and they want to make up their own rules, then they shouldn't be blessed. You follow the community rules and you got a good family and you know what the fuck you're doing, then you should be blessed as you become a family.
Absolutely. With the blessings thing, it's not gonna be just gamer tag changes. I'm just gonna splurge something out, because like I say, it can't be just gamer tag changes, because you can start up a family, and if you have enough friends, you can make a family with 20 GTs quick. It should be a duration of time if you've been up to. That's obviously another thing. You have to be up for a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
But who wanted to speak? Because like I said, we're going in order.
Carlo, I invited you.
Yeah, it was easy.
Oh yeah, Don Mike. Your mic's still a little messed up. Well, we'll see what we can do here.
I'll just tell a friend
Yeah, if you want to just tell Frank, and then when you get it done, we'll come back to you, okay? But Fragante. Mikey Fragante. Here we go again. Okay. We're gonna move on. Who's the person next to Fragante right now?
Rosario Tricino.
Rosario. Got anything else you want to speak up?
As like a community, we need to focus on working together, you know, and outcast all the people that don't give a fuck about it at all, realistically.
Absolutely.
Can't preach that enough.
Yep, absolutely. Like I said, there's no purpose for a family to be in this community if you don't care about this community. We're all here because we love this community. It's honestly, this may sound a little, you know, touchy. This community is a cancer right now. It is a cancer due to the fact that all the stuff, all the people who don't care about it, they just do their own thing, and they just kind of rep the community, and they pretty much make a bad name out of it. That's the problem.
Pretty much. I
Yeah,
see quite a few people in here that said they didn't care about this community today, yet they're standing here in this meeting.
Yeah, alright. I don't care for it because people just don't like listen to shit. So I like it. Xbox. I ain't tripping. I like the role play.
That's cool. That's cool. You can do your role play. You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to. Like I said, you're not required to go out there and do assassinations. You're not required to go out there. You could do a Sindakos. They're all about role play, but they're still part of this community. I wish they could have came today. I did reach out to them.
We just do what we gotta do.
Yeah, and that's absolutely fine. You're part of the role play part of the community. That's fine. Everyone here is a little different in their own ways.
Yo, who is that over there, man? Doing that bullshit, Sue? What are you doing?
Who? Okay. But yeah, like I said, you don't have to. You do care about this community. Everyone in here cares about this community in their own ways. They may not show it. They may not say it. But you're a part of this, and if you go out there and assassinate, you do care about this community. If you rep a mafia and you're hanging around everyone else, you do care about this community, one way or another. That's why we're all here today. We're all. If you didn't really want to be a part of it, you wouldn't be here. Okay. Oh, that's why then. Okay. Sorry about that. But we're gonna go to the next person, Don Madrazo.
Okay. So we're talking about the blessing, yeah, or is that?
We're talking about anything.
Subject?
We're talking about anything you want to talk about. Yeah.
Okay. Well, just skip me for now. I want to wait until we're completely talking about the blessing.
What you say? Let's hear it.
No, yeah. Let's hear it.
No, that's because I forgot what I was gonna say. I was too busy texting. So just skip me until it comes back to me.
Alright, well, like I said, we're pretty much going to talk about the blessings, because that's what seems like everybody really wants to talk about, the blessings and who should be in this community, and people who want to get outlasted because they don't want to be a part of it. Like I said, that is a big touchy subject. It has been for quite a while. I mean, me and Frank went back and forth on the club chat about this. But like I said, it's a big touchy subject, so I think we should discuss it. We're all here. Everyone here, majority of people really want to talk about this. So I'm gonna actually let Frank Matthews talk first about this, because he's the one that really he's big onto this. So I'll let Frank Matthews start on this one.
Well, where do I start? Like I said, the only thing I could do is refer to how things were whenever I came in 2013 and the guidelines that people were following when I started.
Yeah.
Like I said, things have changed drastically since then. And like you said, since next gen comes out, everybody wants to be a family. Nobody wants to take the necessary and proper steps to become a family. You know, you see these families shut down and start back up and come back and do these things and say this and that and shit like that. Like, it's a lot of bullshit going on, man. Like Father Sartori said something along the same lines that I said, some shit I said the other day about, you know, when you shut down, you give up all your tenure. You give that shit up. Yeah, you can come back and you can build back up and shit like that, but for what? It's not going to be the same as it was before you were here. You're not going to have the same reputation it was before you were here. You know, I was given a set of guidelines when I came in. You know, you weren't to be a godfather unless you had your family up for a year and you had so many gamer tag changes. What is up with this bullshit, man? Like, I'm not going to keep talking. People are going to keep shit over
we
here,
fucking,
right? I need to chill
we
out.
fucking stop. Like, that's starting to get annoying too.
It is, man. Like, seriously, and this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Just the immaturity that I be talking about in these meetings, man, and in this community, man. Like, for real. If somebody's talking, somebody's here before you. Listen.
Easy. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the blessings at the moment. All right, go ahead. Frank, continue.
People listen.
Yeah, stop.
Before them.
Stop.
And
go ahead, Frank.
You know, And you know, you don't see a lot of these people listening to the families that were here before them. The most they can do is come up with some type of shit to talk about somebody that was here before them, instead of listening to them or the history or how things are and what's going on and what happened before them, before they actually decide to become something. Because I can tell you, when I had my commission going at its strongest, like I said, I don't talk about a lot of things that I'm doing now. My commission's still around and I'm doing things behind the scene, but I shot out a lot of fucking people that decided they were going to go call themselves Don the next day and self-promote themselves. You get a lot of people self-promoting themselves, they get shot out or their family breaks apart and then they go split up in other families and shit like that, you know what I mean? And like I said, I won't say names. I'm not big on saying names. It's like, it's kind of a shoe fits wear it type thing, you know, but if you put yourself under that moonlight, I will discuss it with you, like, no doubt. I don't have a problem. Because it's things like that that need to be addressed. People be following the wrong folks and people be listening to the wrong people about shit, you know what I mean? Like, and it's got to stop. Like, seriously, it really got to stop.
Well,
you know, like I
Frank,
said,
may I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I was going to start. Who gave you permission to start your career? Like, I'm not calling you out or anything, I'm just curious.
5 fam.
That was with Father Vetrano, Barzini, and all them.
I was around when 5 fam was going on.
I got
you know?
permission from
before
Soprano
that,
to start this career.
Oh, come on, man. Are you going to bring the Soprano shit up? Where's Soprano today?
Hey,
you know what?
Hey, back then they had done A when I got it.
All right, well, like I said, these families.
Plus, I talked to Genovese too.
All right, listen. Like I said, this is where it gets touchy. This is exactly the reason why I don't want any fights breaking out because of this, because it is a touchy subject.
We're gonna discuss it.
Yes, absolutely. I just don't. Everyone, easy. Because like Prano ain't around no more, so they can't go around coming back out of thin air to say they blessing the family. They're not around. They're not relevant no more. They're in the past. They're in the past. Okay. Genovese right now is the only one that's up from. That's all right though. They didn't have to bless you. Like I said, right now we're gonna all say if a lot of people in here did get blessed and a lot of people in here did not get blessed. But like I said, right now that's not what we're worrying about. We're worrying about the future, not the past. All right.
All right. So guidelines were, you know, they were strict. Then you had to be Don for so many years, so many months before you could start a commission. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, a lot of people don't go by that shit anymore. You know.
I was there right
at least 12 months, you know, and
Big Ray, give it a rest, dude.
Yo, Mr. Ray, we got two non-mafia in here. Vinny, Seb, Ray, and Sil, Arnon, Vetrano.
Yeah,
yeah, why
but
the fuck is like
they just have a shitload of.
I apologize for my member. I'll tell him to leave.
Please do.
You had to be in, like I say, nowadays you see these families with no structure. It's because they don't have anybody to give these guys any type of guidelines. You'll see a Don running around with a group of people. They'll have 4 GTs. They'll have a boss, an underboss. They don't even have a fucking capo crew, but they're running around with a whole group of fucking hierarchy. It makes no sense at all. You know what I'm saying? And had they been talking to the right people, I understand they're not around. People would be telling these people these things and how to structure their shit. But nobody has any structure nowadays because, like I said, a lot of people don't like listening to people that were here before them. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how things are. And that's the biggest problem that I see, is even though people say, oh, well, there's nobody else around, their families are out there. They're just not going to deal with people's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's going to put up with that immaturity. Yeah. You know? Like, seriously.
Yo, Carmelo, I'm not here to interrupt. Yo, Carmelo, if you can tell your members to calm down because you're representing Vetrano at the moment here, speaking on their behalf, please get your guys in line on this part, all right?
Not even in here.
Where'd he go? Alright, well then, one of you guys need to step up and talk for Vetrano. Don't sit there around flipping the bird. Alright?
That's how Vetrano is.
No, we're not here to bash. We're not here to bash family. We're not here to bash everyone. Yo, everyone, stop! No, this is not what's supposed to be happening. So don't start. You start fighting, you leave.
What the fuck is a Matthew, nigga?
Oh, here we go.
Who said that? Wait, who's got something to say about Matthews?
You want me a family? Where you at, Matthews?
Anybody want it?
What about Matthews?
Where are you at,
Hey, leave the game, dude.
Hang on.
Shit.
Everyone start voting.
You haven't shot me yet. I don't care.
Yeah, we have.
I'm them shoot.
No, haven't set us up though. You haven't set us up though.
Yes, we did, Machado.
Everyone,
I already got the
Yeah, y'all talking about family starting up back and forth.
Pop some more. Pop some more, any of y'all niggas. Pop some more right now. Pop some more right now.
This is one of the families niggas.
Pop some more.
I'm gonna boot them offline. I'm just gonna
You want pop some more, though?
We set up basically everybody in
You want
this
pop
fucking,
Primo War?
most people already.
Exactly, man. Vetrano top, nigga. Vetrano gang, guys.
Yeah, shut down for the 5th time.
Pop Primo War. All y'all families, pop Primo War right now.
Pop Primo War. Any of y'all niggas. I can get the word.
Y'all catch it right now. Y'all catch it right now.
See, this is what I be talking about when I talk about Don's leading by example.
No life, dude. Shut your dumb ass up, man. You never hop off this game.
Everyone here, vote out Big
You
Ray
never hop
Vetrano,
off this
please.
game.
Everyone-
Mike, how did it feel when we set you up? Mike, how did it feel when we set you up? How you feeling?
Mike, you got set up by Kyle, pussy.
You got set up by Kyle, young.
Everyone
You got set up by Kyle, young.